Big up, guys. What is happening? The Liverpool Prophet back again. Hope we are all doing well. Big up to every single one of you. Look, I don't usually do pre-recorded content no more. I've nipped that in the bud. I've started to do live streaming more, but for what I wanted to discuss today, I thought, you know what, let me make an exception and put out a pre-recorded video. We've got some bad news, guys. We've got some really bad news that is very detrimental to the future of Liverpool Football Club and where we could be headed for the next couple of years. I'm concerned. I'm very, very concerned. I'm not even angry, man. I'm just upset. I'm just upset at the lack of ambition, the lack of care, the lack of standards at our club. I really am. So before we get into it, guys, do drop a like on the video. Do sub to the channel if you haven't already done so. Do turn notifications on so you know whenever future content drops. And having said all of that, let's get straight into the talking points. So, guys, it is starting to look increasingly likely that Arne is going to be the Liverpool head coach going into the 2026-2027 season. So next season, the consensus seems to be that Slot is going to stay. FSG have got their full faith in him. Hughes and Edwards have got their full faith in him, and they back him to turn this around. That's the consensus. Now, this all started to come out after the Paris Saint-Germain game. The Paris Saint-Germain game last week, the 2-0 defeat. This is when all of this started to come out. Before that, we were all convinced that Arne Slot would be removed of his duties at the end of the current season, and Xabi Alonso would most likely come in and replace him going into next season. For whatever reason, there's been a shift. I don't know what it is. I don't know why FSG have done a 180. I don't know why Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards have done a 180, but it's been starting to get pushed out there since the PSG defeat that Liverpool are expected to stick with Arne Slot despite the season that we've had. Even if we don't qualify for the UCL, they still have their faith in him and they still wish to stick by him. Now, this was reported by David Ornstein, who is, of course, a very reliable journalist in the footballing world. What he says usually comes to happen. When it comes to Liverpool, Ornstein isn't the most reliable. We know that. But nonetheless, he's a reliable journalist. Other platforms are reporting it as well. Touchline X were reporting it. One or two others too. And a lot of Liverpool fan channels were also saying the same thing. It got us all a bit concerned. It certainly had me concerned when I read it. When Ornstein posted it, specifically, guys, when it was Ornstein who posted it out, I thought, oh, God, we're in trouble. If he's posting it, a reliable journalist and a credible one like himself, it's got to be genuine. And the article said Liverpool expected to remain with Arne Slot, keep him on as head coach going into the 2026-2027 season, even if UCL qualification doesn't happen. That's concerning. And it's been growing and growing. I think a lot of us have still had in our head that, okay, it's just PR, it's just being put out there. He's still going to go at the end of the season. Fabrizio Romano did say earlier on during this campaign that a review will take place at the end of the season regarding Arne Slot's Liverpool future. Whether that still happens, I'm not too sure. Whether it does, I don't know. So he said that. I think a lot of us were still hoping. But the noise has been getting louder, guys. Since that defeat to Paris Saint-Germain, since them stories broke, it's been getting louder and louder and louder and louder. And it's hard, all of us Liverpool fans in our seats, expecting the worst, but hoping for the best. Now, for me, the issue here is the unclarity, the uncertainty. It's being kept in the dark that really does my head in. Now, if Arne Slot is going to stay, it's annoying and I'll hate it, but at least I'll be able to, at least I'll have clarity. At least I'll know he's staying. I'll be able to get over it and then I'll be able to look forward. And vice versa. If he goes, I can look forward and see what's next. For me, the uncertainty, the constant mix of reports coming out is what does my nut in. We have got no clue what is going on here. We don't know whether FSG backed the guy. We don't know whether Hughes and Edwards backed the guy. We don't know Slot himself, whether he backed himself to turn this around. We don't know. 1 minute we're hearing that they back him and they've got their full faith in him. A minute we're hearing that they've got a pre-agreement agreed with Xabi Alonso and it's all going to switch up in the summer. It's the uncertainty that kills you. They're putting out so much mixed signals, keeping the whole fan base on edge, and that's what's killing us. We just want clarity. If he stays, it's annoying and it shows exactly what our club and hierarchy is about, but at least we can then look forward and see what happens next. You know what I'm saying? Get over it. We'll have our time where we're angry, we're venting, yes, of course. Then probably towards the beginning of next season, we get over it and we look ahead to the season. He's going to go, vice versa. We're happy, we're celebrating, we look ahead with a new coach. It's the fact that there's no clarity on this. You know what I'm saying? There's no clarity from anyone, the club especially, sending out mixed signals constantly, which does my head in. It really, really angers me, that does. Um, so it's been up in the air regarding Arne Slot. It really has. Personally, for me, if you'd asked me last summer, I really thought Arne Slot was the next Jurgen. I thought we were going to start a period of dominance after the summer we had, and it was going to be us dominating the league for the next couple of years. I thought Slot last season came across as a very good tactical, flexible manager, and I thought that would continue going to this year. However, what's happened is he's ripped apart a league-winning side, brought in a load of new players, and he himself has got no clue how to get these players into a system and get them playing. You know what I'm saying? He's got no clue how to do it. Over the course of a season, he started to look tactically out of his depth, hasn't got a clue what he's doing on the pitch. Off the pitch again, his attitude, his demeanour just doesn't fit that of a Liverpool manager. It doesn't. He doesn't fit what we need. You know, at Liverpool, we're built on passion. We're built on a manager being basically acting like he's on the pitch playing. We're built on a manager being crazy. He's the opposite of that. He's lifeless on the touchline. He's timid. He just is not a good fit for Liverpool Football Club. He's not. He's not. He's not a good fit for our club. I'm sure Arne Slot will do well at another club. If he was to go back to the Eredivisie, I think he'd do well. If he was to go to France, maybe, I'm sure he'd do well. Bundesliga too, I'm sure he'd do well. At a club with less expectations than ours, he'd probably do well. For Liverpool Football Club, this man is not right. He doesn't fit us at all. He's the complete wrong fit. He is. You know what I'm saying? Under Rafa Benitez, we still had that passion, that desire. He still got it. Jurgen Klopp completely embodied that. He was the perfect Liverpool manager. Honestly, if you were to go into a store and ask them to create a Liverpool manager, it would look exactly like Jurgen Klopp. Real talk, it would. You know what I'm saying? Roy Hodgson, we don't talk about him. He was an anomaly, a really poor manager and a very poor decision. And then also you have Brendan Rodgers in there who did understand the club to an extent. Arne Slot doesn't seem to understand the culture around Liverpool. He doesn't seem to understand what the club's about. He has never took to understanding the city, the fans, the culture in Liverpool. The man doesn't even live in the city, people. He lives on the outskirts of Manchester. His family still live over in Netherlands, and he lives on the outskirts of Manchester. He doesn't even live in Liverpool. That to me shows he never saw himself as a long-term Liverpool manager. The fact he didn't bring his family here to really engulf himself and them in the culture says a lot. Says a lot. You don't understand this club and the ethos of this club. So why would you persist with it? Why would you persist with it? We've all been working on the assumption that he's gone in the summer, and I myself have been doing that, which is why I've been so calm. And I'm like, okay, we're suffering now, but in the summer this will get better, and going to next season it will be better. With what I'm reading now, I'm concerned for the future of our club. Very, very concerned, people. It's looking rough. Today, I woke up to the news that Sky Sports themselves reported it. So if it's Sky reporting this, there's a problem, and there's definitely some truth to it. Other Liverpool fan channels themselves have been reporting it, and it's just incredibly concerning for the future of this football club. It genuinely is. I myself was lenient towards FSG this season. You know, I've always been critical of them. Up until last summer, I was critical of them, saying that they don't spend enough money, they don't back the managers, hence why we don't win as much as we should. But with summer gone, they backed the manager with the funds. They put the checkbook on the table. They put their money where their mouths are. And they did what needed to be done. Granted, we didn't get everything, but we got quite a lot in the summer. So I've given them a free hit for that. I've said they showed ambition in the summer. Let me see what they do this summer now regarding the manager situation and regarding us going forward, and I'll make my decision. From what I'm reading, they can absolutely do one. They can do one if what we're seeing is true and what we're reading is true. What a way to undo every good thing that you did last summer. Hughes and Edwards as well, they are a problem. They are both scumbags. They are scumbags. So persistent with backing Arne Slot. Are you Manchester United fans in disguise? Are you Everton fans in disguise? Do you want to see this club succeed, or do you want to see us in the mud? Because from what I'm seeing, Richard Hughes is very persistent, and he's very backing, of Arne Slot. Why? Why? Are you dumb? How stupid can you be? If FSG are really data analysts, as we're told they are, if they really look at the data and analyze it and make decisions, How can you look at this season's data when the amount of records that have been broken are the wrong records and still say this manager's the one to take us forward? How can Hughes and Edwards do that and still say, yeah, he's the guy to take us forward? Makes zero sense. Honestly, I was hoping that I was wrong with the Slot news. I'm still hoping I'm wrong. I've still got a bit of hope that I'm wrong, but when Sky Sports are on it and other reliable journalists are on it, it's a problem. It's a big, big problem. This is what Sky Sports had to say, people. I'm going to bring the article up right now for you guys to see. It's an absolute joke. I'm in shock at just how little ambition our club seems to have. So this is it, guys. As you can see right here, Sky Sports Premier League have written here. Arne Slot is expected to... let me start again. Apologies. Arne Slot is expected to continue as Liverpool head coach next season. Sky Sports News understand as the club closes in on Champions League qualification. Slot expected to stay at Liverpool next season. What a joke. What an absolute joke. Is that the ambition of our club? Is that the ambition? This tells me everything I need to know about our ownership. This tells me everything I need to know about our ownership. No ambition, no drive, no real want to win, no real want to succeed and be the best around. No, as long as we get a top 5 finish, as long as we're in the Champions League, that's all that matters. As long as the money's ticking in, that's all they care about. Absolute joke. Absolute joke. I was lenient. I tried my best to give FSG the one of the dice this season. I tried my best to give them the benefit of the doubt because of the summer. I can't do that now because now they're part of the problem. Can't even blame Slot at this point, people. It's now got to a point where you can't even blame Arne Slot. At the end of the day, he can't sack himself, can he? He cannot sack himself. So I don't even blame him here. This is now entirely on the club hierarchy. This is now all on them because they're unable to do what needs to be done. No one wants Arne Slot here, guys. The only positive from this whole situation is no one in the fan base wants this manager at this club. That's the only positive I'm looking at. Every single person at our club, every single fan wants this guy gone. Even the ones that aren't saying it, they want him gone. There's not a single Liverpool fan that is backing this manager after seeing the season we've had, after seeing the football we've played, and after seeing how disjointed we've looked on the pitch. No one wants him here. Why are you persisting with him? Why? Players don't want him here, guys. Players aren't playing for this manager. They're not playing for him. Virgil's not playing for him. Alisson's not playing for him. Mo certainly isn't playing for him. The senior players certainly not playing for him. The younger players themselves look completely lost at what they're being told to do. Players don't want him here. Fans don't want him here. But for whatever reason, he's the right guy apparently for us. What a joke. What a joke. I bet the likes of Florian Wirtz, I bet the likes of Jeremy Frimpong, Alexander Isak, Hugo Ekitike, Milos Kerkez, I bet they all sat there thinking, what the hell have we signed up for? What the hell have we signed up for? What have we done coming to a club that have got zero ambition, zero drive to want to win? You think players like Ekitike aren't going to have their heads turned going into next season? You think players like Wirtz aren't going to have their heads turned? Isak, you think these guys are going to want to do another year with Slot? This is going to cause problems, guys. I don't think people understand just how much this is going to set our club back for the next couple of years if this guy stays here. It's going to set our club back years. We're very quickly on our way to becoming the next United and the next Arsenal. We can still rescue it by removing him from the job in the summer, but we're very quickly on our way. And when I seen Sky Sports report this, I thought, oh my God, if they're saying it, there's a problem. There's a problem. The funny thing here is as well, guys, Slot himself doesn't want to be here. You can tell from the man's body language this season how he's been talking, especially around January, December time. He was talking as if he knew he was gone. He was talking as if he knew he was gone and he was just here for the remainder of the season. So he was saving face. That's how he was talking. If we're being honest, that is how he was talking. You know what I'm saying? His body language has been completely off. He probably himself expected to be relieved of his duties. He is probably, Slot here, is probably just as surprised as we are to over the fact that he's probably going to get another season. He's probably just as lost as we are. Slot's kids have been getting a lot of abuse. Slot's son on Instagram was getting a lot of abuse, which is not on. Whatever you think of Slot as a manager, don't ever go for the man's family. That is not on. And it's quite frankly disgusting and pathetic. That is going to get worse going into next season. Because I don't see anything improving. There's nothing I've seen this season, and there's nothing I've seen from Slot's style of play that suggests it's the right style of play for our club, and it's going to get better next season. There's nothing I've seen. This is going to get worse next season. You can forget about challenging and competing for the big honours. You can forget about Liverpool challenging in general next year. If he stays, we're in for a rough couple of years. I'm telling you now, guys, we're in for a rough couple of years. This is going to set us back 4 or 5 years at least. Forget about it. We've got owners that aren't ambitious. All they care about is the money, don't want to win. And now we can see why we had so much success over the years. It was all thanks to Jurgen's brilliance. None of it was to do with FSG. I said it for years. They were leeching off Klopp. Klopp was the one who brought all that success to our club. They were taking credit for it. Now that Klopp's gone, we're seeing what they're about, guys. We're really starting to see what these lot are about. And it's not about winning. It's about doing the bare minimum. I'm shocked. I'm appalled. I'm disgusted. I'm upset. Football is going to become my secondary focus next season. I'm still going to do content. I'm still going to do match reactions, watch-alongs, etc. I'm just not going to be as invested in the club. This year has taken a lot out of me watching Slot's football, listening to him speak. To think I've got to do another year of that potentially next year, it doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't at all. Football is going to become my prime secondary focus. I'll still do the content. I just won't be as invested in the club. My love for the club is dying, and that says a lot. It says a lot that Arne Slot is killing my love for this football club with himself being here and his style of play. It says a lot. I'm so sad. I really am so sad. And rivals are falling over themselves laughing at this news. And can you blame them? Says it all, doesn't it? When rival fans want this manager to stay, that says it all. That says it all. And you know what the funny thing is, guys? Here's the funny thing. They won't even give him money in the summer. They won't even back him in the summer. You think they're going to spend another 500 million? Not a chance on earth. They're cheapskates. FSG are cheapskates. Last summer was an anomaly. Expect normal service to resume this season. I'm telling you, expect normal service to resume. I'm going to take that off the screen because just looking at that angers me. So yeah, as you can see right there, guys, Slot is expected to stay next season. I'm going to say this. He's not going to make it out of next season. He is not going to make it out of next season. This is going to get bad. This is going to get toxic to a point where these idiots are going to have no choice but to remove him. If he stays, I'm predicting him to be gone before Christmas. I genuinely am, because it's not going to improve. It's going to get even worse. And then we're going to be screwed because Xabi Alonso will probably be elsewhere and we'll have no one in the market to go get as our next coach. This is what makes this decision even more ludicrous. The fact that a club legend is there who understands this club and has proven himself as a manager, and they don't want to go get him. He's not making it out of next season, and they're going to screw us. They're going to screw us because we'll be absolutely screwed, and it'll be another season written off. It's going to be another season next year. I'm telling you now, if he stays, it's another year of fighting for top 5. And I'm even doubtful of that. I genuinely think it could be a season where we're looking at 8th, 9th position. I'm being generous there. I really am. Top 5 is the goal at this club. Oh my God. Talk about being unambitious and not caring. The only reason we're 5th is because Chelsea are so bad. The only reason we're 5th is because Chelsea and the rest of the league are so bad. And we've been able to stick it around in the top half. Next season, the league quality will improve. It will be better. We're not going to be 5th next year if we're playing like this. We will be 11th, 12th, 13th. We're just lucky that the quality of the league this season is poor and we've been able to maintain 5th for so long. Once it improves next year and we're still playing like this, which we will be, it's going to get worse and we won't be in the top half, I'm telling you now. Let me take that off the screen, man. As you can see there, guys, Sky Sports expect Arne Slot to be the Liverpool head coach next season. What an absolute piss take. What a piss take, man. Absolute piss take. But back to what I was saying about FSG, lads. The funny thing is they won't even back Slot with transfers. Last season was an anomaly in the money they spent. It won't happen again. We'll be back to crying poor mouth and being cheap. Slot literally said after the PSG game, we have to sell to buy. So we're doing the whole sell to buy BS again, which is what we've been doing for years. They're crying poor mouth. They're saying money's not available. They're going to keep him, and we're not going to get the backing in the summer window. We're not. We're going to do the bare minimum. And you watch, going into next season, guys, while we probably will have brought some players in, there's going to be holes in the squad. I guarantee you now, there is going to be holes in our squad next season somewhere. We're going to be lacking up top. We're going to be lacking in midfield or at the back. Somewhere we're going to be lacking, and that's going to cost us going into next season. If he's going to stay, they got to put their balls on the line. They got to go spend another 5 mil, 6 mil, whatever. Get him his players so he has no excuses. I've heard injury excuses this year. I've heard players not being available. Go get him all these players that he wants. Go build him that squad so he's got no excuses next season to not compete. Go do it. If you believe in him so much, give him the contract. Why don't you give him that contract that you were talking about in last August? If you love him so much, if Slot really is your guy, give him that contract. You're not doing that, are you? Why not? Because you don't believe in him. You don't believe in him. Absolute cheapskates, man, these lot are. FSG are a problem. Hughes and Edwards are an even bigger problem because they've advocated this for the whole season. Especially Richard Hughes. That guy is a piece of shit. I'm sorry to say, I don't like to be horrible. In footballing terms, he's an idiot. The man was at Bournemouth. He should be thanking his lucky stars. He's at Liverpool now because he is a clown. And it says a lot, the amount of sporting directors that come in and they don't stay for long. Michael Edwards didn't stay long, he left. Schmatka came in, didn't stay long, left. Hughes and Edwards now look like they're going to depart next year. Why can't we never have no stability? Why can't we have a sporting director coming in and staying for 6-7 years? Why is it always got to be they're here for 2 years and then they're gone? That screams of people not wanting to work with FSG. It screams of people not wanting to work with them. Oh my God. Pathetic news. Pathetic news. Absolutely terrible. I'm just sad at this club's the state we're in at the moment. If he stays, it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. I guess we can now see why the likes of Mo have moved on. While I think it's the correct time, Mo Slot staying potentially is probably a factor in him going. He's seeing that the club ambition isn't right. He's seeing that the ambition isn't right. The standards aren't there, which is why he's calling it quits. Saying Van Dijk and Salah are going to go. Van Dijk and Alisson are going to go next year. And we won't even replace them with proper replacements. You watch. It looks like we're in for a rough couple of years, guys. I've got to be honest. I don't want to be horrible. Don't want to be negative. You know me. I try my best to be upbeat. Can't be upbeat. There's nothing upbeat about this news. There's nothing upbeat about this news. There's nothing positive about it. This is just bad news for us. They want to keep him in charge next season, guys. Going into next season, they want to keep him in charge. Why? Where's the ambition, man? Where's the standards? Obviously, they don't have them, do they? They don't have them, and it says a lot. It says a lot. I'm just shocked. I'm appalled. And the sooner FSG leave the club, the better, man. I tried my best to give them the benefit of the doubt, but they've just completely ruined that with this decision. Slot wants to go. He himself, his demeanour, you can tell he wants to go back to the Netherlands and be with his family. He doesn't want to be here himself. Fans don't want him here. We're now going to be in a position where we have a manager here that we don't like. And it's going to be a toxic atmosphere. Anfield's going to get even more dull. Atmosphere's not going to be right next year. Football on the pitch won't improve. It'll be even more boring. It'll get worse. League position will be worse. Season as a whole, it'll be a write-off. When he gets sacked, inevitably, if he stays, which he will get sacked, he won't. I'm telling you now, he's not making it out of next season. The man is not making it out of next season. He won't. It'll get too much, and they'll have no choice but to pull the trigger. Then it will be another season written off. It'll be another season written off like this year. The way FSG are just so willing to write seasons off is crazy. They ripped the 2021 season off when we had Virgil injured. Got lucky with the Alisson last minute header. They wrote 22-23 off when they didn't back Klopp with midfielders, and we ended up in the Europa League, missing out on UCL. They've written this season off by keeping Slot around. And now next season, when he gets sacked eventually, and we're screwed, that's another season written off. Just do the right thing, people. FSG, I'm literally begging, man. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm begging because I'm so concerned about the future of this club. I'm so worried and concerned about the future of our club. Do the right thing. Xabi Alonso's there. He's an ex-Liverpool legend. He gets the club. He gets what it means. He's proven himself as a manager. Please, please, please make the change. Don't be stubborn. Don't be idiots. Make that change. Make it. Otherwise, we're screwed. We are screwed. Forget about challenging. Forget about winning. Forget about any of that. We're screwed. Sky Sports have reported it. Other outlets, a lot of Liverpool fan channels are reporting this now as well. It's looking likely, people. I've been scared about it since Ornstein posted about it last week. And looks like our fear might just become a reality. And now this manager will be in charge next season. It's not a good thing. People this year have tried to use the he won the league excuse. They've tried their hardest to say he won the league. That excuse isn't going to work next season. He won the league excuse won't work next season because that credit will be gone. It won't work. Then we're being told it was a transitional year this year. Fuck off. Fuck off about a transitional year. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Arne starting the summer himself was talking about how we won the title. We want to dominate for years to come. We want to improve the squad, bring in weapons, and go and win the league again. He himself has gone back on that because throughout the season he's now been saying transitional year. He's now saying sell to buy, all this rubbish. What FSG are briefing him and telling him to say, he's saying it in the media. Transitional year. Get the hell out of here, man. That's not what they were saying in the summer. When the summer was gone, the last summer gone, 2025, that's not what they were saying. They were saying they want to build the team to compete, dominate. And now they're changing the narrative and they think we're going to believe it. Do you think we're just going to buy this up? Get out of here. Get out of here. Football fans are not stupid. We don't fall for PR rubbish. We don't. We see right through it. You think we're stupid? You're the stupid ones. These men are meant to be smart businessmen, people. They're meant to be smart businessmen. Obviously, there's nothing smart about them. But if we as fans can see this manager isn't the right one, if we as fans can bring up data to show he's not the right one, what data are they looking at to suggest he is the right one? I'm wondering. What could they possibly be looking at to suggest he's the right manager for us? Smart businessmen, my ass. These are a bunch of clowns running our club. Bunch of idiots that haven't got a clue what they're doing. FSG are idiots, and the people they've employed below them, Michael Hughes and Richard Edwards, even bigger idiots. Slot himself as well as an idiot. But like I said, you can't even blame him at this point. Can't even blame him because this is now at a point where it's on the hierarchy to remove him, and they're not doing it. Let me just stop before I keep going on, guys. I really don't want to keep going on. Good luck with signing players. That's all I'll say. Good luck with signing players. You think any top player is going to want to come and play for him based off of the season we've had, based off of the football we play? No, forget about it. Don't be surprised if some of our players in the team, Word, Ekitike, these lot, start having their heads turned. Don't be surprised if the likes of Szoboszlai starts having his head turned. Setting us back for years. It really is. What a joke our club is, man. Gotta say it. What a joke our football club is. I'm shocked. I'm appalled. Is it too much to ask to want to win? Is it too much to ask to have ambition as owners? To be ambitious? Obviously it is nowadays because no one seems to want to win. There's only 3-4 ownerships that I think want to win in the world. City's ownership, Paris Saint-Germain's ownership, Bayern's ownership. I don't even think Real Madrid... I take Real Madrid out of that because their ownership has been poor the last 2 years. So really only 3. Bayern Munich, Manchester City, Paris Saint-Germain. Only 3 ownerships in the world that are ambitious and want to win. Hence why they win year in, year out. Hence why the rest of us are just looking at them with jealousy. Seeing them win everything and seeing us be idiots. Being cheapskates, being unambitious. Looks like Slott's going to be here next season, guys. And I can't do it. I'm sorry. Football is going to become my secondary focus. Like I said, I'm still going to do watch-longs. I'm still going to do match reactions. I'll still do daily lives. But I just won't be as invested talking about the club. I won't be. I can't be. Because I've struggled this year. I really have struggled. Next year is going to be even worse. I'm sure other Liverpool fans and content creators feel the same way. I'm hoping and praying that he still goes at the end of the season. I'm hoping that when Fabrizio said a review is going to take place, that's still going to happen. But it's looking increasingly more and more likely now that he stays, and we miss out on the chance to get a new manager in. All because of stubbornness and stupidity and brain-dead idiots running our club. I'm sorry for going on a bit of a rampage, people. I tried to be as calm as I could because I'm livid. I'm very angry with the situation, but on YouTube, when I come on, I try and come across a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I try and come across articulate. I try and come across as clear as I can possibly be. I don't like going on rants. That's not me. It's just not how I am. So I hope I explained that to you, and I hope I got my thoughts and feelings across as well as I could. Just really upset. Well, I'm very worried as well about where the future of our club is headed for the next 3-4 years. I really am. Slot to stay, it's a disaster. He has to go. He has got to go, man. I don't know what to say. People, Liverpool supporters, I'm sure you're all feeling a similar type of frustration and anger that I am. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you still think he goes? Do you think it's nailed on he stays now? How do you feel about FSG? How do you feel about the future of our club? How do you feel about next season? Let me know everything down below in the comments. I want to hear what you guys think. If you want to vent. The comment section's there. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling upset. Sure, you guys are upset as well. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do drop a like on the video as well if you haven't already done so, people. Do sub to the channel. And of course, do turn notifications on so you know whenever future content drops. I wasn't going to do a pre-record, but with this news and how I've been feeling, I thought, you know what? Let me pre-record a video and just put it out there. So big up to everyone. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm out. Hoping this ain't true. Praying he still goes in the summer, because I can't do another year of this. And yeah, profit out. I'll speak to you in a bit. Catch you in a bit, guys. That's all I can say. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed this isn't true. Fingers crossed the correct decision still happens in the summer and he goes, but it's looking unlikely now. It really is. Big up to you guys. Speak to you in a bit. Profit out. Peace. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.